You are creepily staring into the corner. Oh. Something about that was deeply unsettling. Hello everyone, this is Karst, and welcome back to Starfield. So last episode we came back to the lodge, and we added another piece to the puzzle. So we found another artifact piece, we came back with Sarah, and now we've been assigned a couple of things, actually. One of the first things I have in mind here is Sarah wants me to talk to Sam Coe, who's apparently here in the lodge. I didn't realize that when I first got the quest. And then we're going to be heading out to Freestar Collective Space. But before we do that, I actually want to go back. There's a few things I want to do first. I could go back to Vectera, I can fly up to the Eye, or I could do some of the stuff that's on Cydonia. So I kind of actually want to do the stuff that's back on Mars before I do any of this, because I don't want to get sidetracked too much. Because part of me wants to do all of these, like right now, but I probably shouldn't do that at the moment. Now, I've been provided with a deep cover assignment as well, apparently, but I'll be doing that later. Yeah, okay. So, I'm thinking, let's get back to Mars.
Back in Cydonia. Ah, I cherish these visits to the forgotten corners of the United Colonies.
This is considered a forgotten corner? Really? You'd imagine it would be, well, a big part of history, right? It can't be forgotten. I know people try to avoid the sol system like the plague at this point, but, I mean, it's obviously still here. People still know where we came from, right? I would hope so, at least. Hello, I'm back.
Almost break time. Come on, you can make it.
Imagine getting breaks at work. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, randoms. You're all randoms.
You can make a real good living working the mines.
Wait, what's going on in here?
Mars.
I must be going the wrong side. That's fine. I may as well offload some of my loot as well, if I have any. It's been a few days, so I don't really remember what I have anymore. But hello.
Hey,
Oh, I'm not talking to you.
Particular? How's it going? Can I help? Cool.
Yeah, let me sell you some stuff. Let's see. Kind of want to get rid of some of this stuff, but probably not worth it to dump. Why am I holding resources? I'll put on the Constellation helmet. Okay.
Come back anytime. Hey, welcome to the Cydonia. Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so let's get rid of the helmet for sure. Part of me wants to get rid of the pack too. Do I really need 2 packs? Yeah, it's too weighty. Get rid of it. Sitting on a bunch of spacesuits as well. Ooh, the Constellation spacesuit is just preferable, I think. Alright, goodbye.
Yo,
Constellation suit. Excellent.
good out
I'll
there.
just roll with that for now. You can't even see it, but that's okay. Hello there. Octai and Bayar.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Not today. Captain Karst, Vanguard. I need Percival Walker's help investigating a troubling discovery.
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock.
Care to elaborate?
But at this point, it's probably for the best.
Why would they need to hide him? And why does he need to hide from you? Yeah. Why would the miners hide him?
They were all devils.
Ah, I see.
Red devils. A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that.
What sort of discipline issue are we talking about here?
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
You don't sound particularly interested in finding him.
That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority.
Agreed. I don't like them very much.
It's absolutely necessary that we have to help them.
I'm sure we can find a secondary way to deal with it. And how much does he owe exactly?
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
But you're not honest, and I can't trust your gratitude. I'm not your bill collector, I just need to know where to find him.
I couldn't have put that better myself.
Pity.
Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
Okay. Thanks, bye.
I hope no one tears down the little green guy posters I've been seeing.
Now, wasn't there someone I was helping out around here as well? The one who was trying to set up a store? It wasn't you. You're the doctor. I don't think it was this guy.
I'm committed to making Sidonia a safe and prosperous place to live and work.
For everyone involved.
If you have any concerns, the Office of the Governor is willing to listen. Thank you for your patience and support during this period of transition.
I think I just missed an announcement, unfortunately, about the previous governor being arrested due to my actions, which sucks. So what's the difference between a buddy and a friendo exactly?
Hey, how to explain without making offense? Friendo is more for people I do not know, but wish to know better, like a customer or someone like you. A buddy is someone I know for a long time. Maybe one day you will be my buddy when I tell others about you, but it takes some time.
You're not really trustworthy either, truth be told.
Be safe out there.
I'll do my best. Let's see who they have as the new leader.
Always have to perform. And I don't mean work. I mean, it's a performance. Like acting. That's just how things are.
Used to think I was.
Hey, what do you have to say about the governor being arrested?
Hello. Do you have business with Acting Governor Woodard?
Oh, he became... I see.
Governor Woodard is still fairly busy with the transition, but he told me he is always happy to speak with you. Go right ahead.
Will do. Thank you.
Normally, I wouldn't stand for such an attitude, but given what you've done for us, I'll allow it. But it wouldn't kill you to mind your manners, would it now?
It might hurt my health a little bit. Okay, so the guy I reported him to is now the acting commander. That's interesting. Hey.
I don't miss the war, but I do miss the glory days of training with the best of the best soldiers there ever were.
So, you're acting governor now?
That's right. As the highest ranking officer on this planet, it was only fitting that I be appointed to the position in the interim. I know you had a hand in uncovering Hurst's scandal. Rest assured, I'm not like Hurst. I won't make the same lapses in judgment he did. I'm sworn to my duty to serve the people of Mars, and I'll keep with it until someone tells me otherwise, or I'm 6 feet under. Whichever comes first.
Alright, I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Don't become corrupt over the years. Okay, bye.
Bye for now.
Indeed. Alright. Where is that merchant? Maybe she's downstairs. On one of the lower levels. Have I been up here before? I cannot remember. I assume I have been. I must have been, right? Hello, little robot. Little drone. Okay. Let me down.
I'm still shocked about Governor Hurst. Rumor is he got into some shady stuff, but they won't tell us what.
You don't need to know.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Rude. Huh. This is a little bit aggressive. I kind of want to go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Maybe he'll respect it. And what if I like drinking around morons? Then can I drink here?
The hell you just say to me?
Yep.
I gotta...
Andy, sit down. You. Don't appreciate some stray wandering into my bar, harassing my patrons. Even the ones I should have cut off 2 drinks ago. Now spit out what you want, or march.
Hadrian Sanon sent me. I'm looking for a man named Walker.
Doc Walker? Well, you're barking up the wrong...
Hey, enough. And you, let's talk.
Oh, are you willing to talk to me now? Alright.
Get out of my face.
I'll consider it.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
I'm making a delivery for Hadrian. Look, I even have proof that she sent me.
That's so. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. Alright. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority.
I can probably get that fixed for him.
If someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend.
Well, tell me a little bit about the Red Devils. You were both Red Devils at one point, right?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC Xeno weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with Xeno weapons got shelved.
Yeah, we did hear about
Devils
that.
Included. Now
you're just a name.
Now they're just a memory.
Yeah, okay. You worked with Xeno weapons?
Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it. Before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement.
Hey, at least he sees the silver linings. How would you suggest I go about clearing Percival's name?
Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct. If you've got credits to throw away.
Which I don't.
Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these.
That sounds like an idea. I'll see what I can do.
I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you may be Hadrian's friend. Come here.
Okay, what do you want? Who are you?
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker?
Perhaps, but you don't have the eyes, so you don't seem trustworthy. You're not one of them. Why? Do you know where I can find him?
Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right?
You're probably a bounty hunter or something. Doesn't sound like I really have another option for finding him.
Yeah, sure. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite.
Who?
Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his trade authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the trade authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big.
I don't think selling your secrets is, or selling his secrets is a good idea. Projects. Were you guys making chems or something?
No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the trade authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some.
Aqueous hematite? What's that?
It's mostly iron in about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new. And we think we found a use for it.
I presume there's a reason you haven't handed it over already?
Well, yeah.
Like?
We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out.
Oh, of
Started
course.
setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
Me too, but I actually don't see
Clear them
anything.
out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
And what happened to the jobs on Mars?
Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star Yards. After the Colony War, armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here.
What are spacers?
A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what they've decided is theirs, even when it ain't. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there, and cut off what they thought was the competition, you know?
Awful lot of work to avoid buying a pillow, but sure, I'll help.
Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship.
Okay.
It's set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
I might do all that for them, and then just pay off the debt anyway. I think that might be something I'll be doing.
Go off gravel.
Huh. Not likely. Okay, so what about What about that person I was helping out? Was it refurbished goods? No, it was startup stopped. That's right. Where are you exactly? I know it's Cydonia. Show me. Startup shop. Blah, blah, blah. Startup stopped. I'll just tag it and then take a look and see where it leads me to.
In order to avoid unwanted
You're apparently above me. Okay.
cooperation.
Fair enough. I'm like, I know she's around here somewhere. She's in the residential area. That makes sense. Any news with the kids? Hey.
I wish there were more kids like me around. The grown-ups are always so grumpy. Thanks again for putting up those pictures of Space Frog from outer space. People seem to really like. See you later, alligator.
See you later. Okay, well, no new updates for the kids apparently. Hello, it's been a while. How are you doing, Jane?
So, glad you're back. Everything okay?
I saved Eric and I got your ship back.
So what happened? Who took it?
You accidentally bought a stolen ship. Ecliptic was hired to retrieve it. I got them to reconsider.
It was stolen?
Well, that's why it was dirt cheap.
Jeez. I guess it really was too good to be true when I bought it. Anyway, I'm super glad you found my ship and saved Eric. It's more than I could have hoped. I'm glad I asked you instead of relying on Sistef. I never would have seen the Berry Mule again if I did that.
Probably not. Did you really have no idea that the ship had been stolen when you bought it?
No! I mean, I knew the deal I got on it was too good to be true, instincts be damned. I probably should have thought about it more, but I had to jump on the offer because my business means everything to me. Yes, I know better now.
What are you going to do now?
Well, first of all, I'm going to count myself lucky. Then, I'm going to continue building this business. Now that I've got a functioning cargo ship and a pilot, I can really start to bring in some good merchandise.
I wish you the best of luck on that. I hope she actually expands over time. That would be really nice. I always like to see progress as I play more and more of a game. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad I got it done.
You've done me a real solid here. There's really nothing I can do to fully repay you for what you did. Here's what I can afford to pay you. And on top of that, I'll see what I can do to lower the price of anything you want to buy from me. Thanks again.
You're welcome. 3,000 creds, that's not bad. So what have you got to sell?
Junk, but I see an opportunity to turn scrap into something I can sell and profit off of.
I was this close. I was kind of expecting her to repeat Bellathor's lines. Some may call this junk, but me, I call it treasure. So how are things going now?
Well, you got the ship back, and I think I'm just gonna lay low for a bit, just in case. Oh, to be honest, I'm a little spooked by the ordeal. I don't have to start over from scratch, and that's great. So, thank you, again. As soon as we're ready, Eric will be back to making runs, and hopefully, he'll have learned a thing or two. Maybe I'll even upgrade the Berry Mule with more defenses. Might not be a bad idea, you know? Just in case.
Well, if it becomes a cargo ship, it probably would be a good idea for it to be able to defend itself. I'd like to take a look and see what you've got for sale.
Sure. I've probably got something here you'll like.
I hope so. Maybe your supplies have gotten better. What is this? Small chance to knock down targets with a whole lot of mods. And it's some sort of energy weapon, apparently. Okay. Nothing good here, nothing good here. There's really not a whole lot of stuff here that I find useful. That might be my own failing, but what do I know? Well, this stuff is exotic, which makes it super rare, apparently. Titanium is rare, apparently. I guess, part of me is like, should I just buy this stuff because it's like hard to find? Maybe. And digipicks. Okay. I can get away with the 2 digipicks, I think. Alright, 31k. Time to go.
Good luck out there.
Thank you. Is there anything else here on Mars? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't... Unless... This person. No, she's in a space station, if I recall correctly. Yeah, she's in, Deimos Star Yard. Okay, well... In that case, I think I'm actually just gonna look around here. In the surrounding area of Cydonia. Yeah, let's go here. Because I'm apparently looking for... a cave of some sort? Uh-oh. Sandstorm. Oh, okay. Let's choose the tag. So that was what? Not empty tag. It was here, yes. In the deep mines. Show me on the map where that is. Show me. Okay, that's not really helpful. Surface map, please. Thank you. So that's where I am here. Kill the space leader. Is that what it said? Spacer leader. Okay, there we go. So back to the frontier and then head due west. Got it. Will do. Let's exit the ship.
Hello.
Hello. I think this is west. Yes, okay. If nothing interesting happens during my run, I'm just gonna cut ahead. There's just literally nothing to see on these. Oh, hello. Alright, well, I've made it to the, apparently this is a deep mine. It looks like a processing station more than anything else, but I've made it. Apparently there are enemies there already. I'm not seeing them, though. Unless it's that guy. Hi.
Wait. Did you hear that? Ah! Found ya!
Oh, nice shot.
Gonna make you pay.
Let's do some reloading. That was very good. The sneak attack was very good. Nice. I sure wish I had an actual sniper weapon now, though. I'm terrible at snipers, but I wouldn't mind using it in this scenario. There's a troublemaker in there with a load of health. Does crouching actually improve my aim like in New Vegas? I wonder. Nice. That guy's level 22. Okay. That guy's level 22. Probably won't go well. Hiya. Ow. Nice. I got a crit. I'll take it. How about this? Nice. A crit on a grenade? Okay, bleed. Nice. Poison. I'll get my status effect in. Ow. Okay, back off. Reload. I mean, if it works, it works. Where'd he go? Hello? Where's he hiding? Okay, well, I've lost track of him, which is a little concerning. Nice. Bye. Don't mind me while I reload.
Not worth dying over.
Is it not? Then you should surrender. Hiya! Where you going, sir? Ooh, I'll take that. I'm not even... Maybe I should pick up the weapons. Yeah, if I've got the weight capacity for it, I might as well pick that stuff up. Oh, hi. I don't know where he was hiding, but I found him. Nice. Are we? That was it? Good. And then I assume we have to go inside somewhere then. Disassembler Old Earth Assault Rifle. Ooh. Better against, robots then, I guess. Mines, which I never use. Anchored immobilizers. I'll take that. These are all actually quite useful. Crafting materials, I think. Wow, look at all this ammo. Thank you. Your precious armory. Gratefully accepted. What else have we got? Oh, I haven't used one of these forever, and apparently I'm still in combat, so maybe I'm not quite ready yet. Let's take a look at my weapons. So, Old Earth, ooh, yeah, Old Earth Assault Rifle. 20% damage against robots. Okay, do I use anything else that uses that ammo? Let's take a look here. No, I do not. I only have 20 rounds for this thing, so it's going to be quite useless. Okay, got it. I'm not here. That's a lie. How much is this worth, exactly, the Lawgiver? Quite a bit. 800 gold, per pound, more or less. Okay. It's worth it. At least for now. I haven't found it much that's more valuable. Hello! Goodbye. I guess I have to go down those stairs then. Alright, fair enough. Just double checking to make sure I didn't forget anything on the bodies. I think I'm good. I hear something else landing, but I'm not seeing it, so... Let's take a look and see what we've got. Into the abandoned mines. Now, my question here is this going to be a specifically designed level, or is it going to be one of those randomized ones? Apparently the boss is in there. So nice of us to just know exactly where they are at all times. Very convenient. Hello, is that a helmet?
Stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface.
Not worth it. Yeah, look at our scanning technology. We just know instantly where all of our enemies are. Talk with Sarah Morgan. Okay, why?
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Is it because your approval has gone up?
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
I had visions, I heard sounds and music. It's difficult to describe.
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music.
Well, of course, I told you about it.
How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
It looked like a star map. It was like being instantaneously pulled across the entire galaxy.
Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails.
Are you, about to become religious? Why didn't you bring this back up at the lodge?
Honestly, I wasn't sure how you'd react. Some people would consider what you went through a deeply personal experience.
I can flirt. Okay, you know what? In Fallout 4, you could literally flirt with every companion and get away with it. So I'm just gonna do that here until I get a message that says I can't. I want to share all my personal experiences with you.
Oh, well, I enjoy hearing about them. Professionally, of course.
Of course.
Either way, we need all the help we can get. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
hey, if anything, if you keep sticking with me, we might find more, and you'll get your own opportunity to pull one out of the rubble. So when you say it spoke to me, what exactly do you mean?
Well, judging from the fact that both you and Barrett claim to have heard music, I've made the leap that the artifact was reaching out. Music composition might not consist of words and sentences, but I'll be damned if that isn't an attempt at language.
Fair enough. Even if we could answer, what would we say?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Well, we need to know the question first, right?
Gathering data about the artifacts, I'd have the perfect answer to that, but I haven't the faintest idea.
How do you respond to a question when you don't actually know what the question is? Right? A statement has been made, but what is the statement? Is this the only project you've been working on at Constellation? I doubt it.
No, not
Yeah.
at all. There's so much going on there, I can't afford to divert all of our resources, but I have classified the artifacts as a priority project.
What sort of data have you gathered?
Not much, I'm afraid. All I have to show for my efforts are eyewitness accounts, scores of inconclusive metallurgical test results, and wild theories.
Perhaps you're not getting enough support from your colleagues.
No, that's not it at all. Solving a mystery like this, it's an explorer's dream. Believe me, they're all as driven as I am to find an answer.
Then we'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Well, that's nice to hear. Thank you. So, talking to her more closely, it's nice to observe that her name is actually on her spacesuit. I do kind of wonder... Well, I guess with other designs her name wouldn't be on it, but... Also, she's always had the most striking eyes. I don't know what color they're supposed to be, but like they really stand out to me as like grayish silver type of thing. It's like the first thing I notice whenever she talks to me. Anyway, moving on. We are infiltrating a spacer base. So,
What an impressive sight.
What, this bunker? I guess. Oh, they already see me? Alright, well that sucks.
Target down.
Already?
Incoming.
Uh-oh. Ow! Oh, that hurt. That was bad. Oh, that missed. I think I just threw another grenade on top of a dead body. But that's fine, because he was sitting on more grenades. Now, where's the other guy? Ow, ow. Where is he? You're tanky, dude. Don't quite appreciate that. Okay. Nice. I mean, if this works, it works. Nice. I'll just take whatever you have. I'm over encumbered, but that's okay. I can give some stuff to my partner if I need to. Oh dear. Nice. I don't even see where that enemy is.
Stay down.
Hello there. Oh, that's my health. It's quite low. Oh. Why did you fall over? What did you do?
Damn it.
Whoa, what the... Camera, please. What the hell was that all about? I would like to trade you. Maybe not in combat then. Okay, fine. They're so far away I don't even see them. Literally shooting out into the distance. Hello. Well, this person is super stuck and can't even shoot at me, so I'm in good shape against her, I think. That was fine. She gave me a rip shank. Is that a weapon thing, or...? I'm not sure. I'll deal with it later. There's more enemies up ahead to the left. I'll have to loot all these bodies after. Hello! I'm running in blind. This seems unwise. It was unwise. Uh-oh. Yes, do fall back. Ow. Hello. Shoot her!
Let's go.
Oh, that'll work. That's fine. Hello. Okay, I blew something up. It was entirely by accident. But I can pretend it was on purpose. Okay. Hello? Okay. I don't know why I walked forward like that. Was definitely not smart, but here we are. I missed. Nice. Get poisoned. Okay. Oh, he's got a big. Okay, nice. You know, she's actually doing a lot of damage apparently, more than I was expecting. Bye. Okay. Are we out of combat for now? I think so. Let's talk. Please carry all my crap. Yes, please carry all my crap. I'm apparently overweight. What would you like to hold on to? You can hold that. It's mostly the weapons that I'm sitting on, truth be told. Just hold on to this, hold on to this, hold on to these. I think she's at capacity. Corrosive ripshank. So this is literally just run in and hope for the best versus the rescue axe, which does a lot more damage. Or even the naval cutlass, which she cannot carry. So I'm still overweight by a fair margin. Got it. She really can't carry much.
Maybe another time.
Maybe so. Okay. I picked up a Star Roamer pack, which is better in all ways, except the bonuses on this is just too good. So, no. I will drop this. 224. Yeah, I'm still in trouble here. Picked up a bunch of gear, though. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. Some of these outfits are actually quite nice, but... 5 carry capacity. I mean, I can wear this for now. I can drop this now because it's not worth it. I prefer wearing one of these over the other stuff anyway. I'll wear that. Okay, I'll drop the leather streetwear. 221. What other new items have I picked up? Let's see here. That didn't spawn in properly, but here we are. So the 800 or so. This is not worth it in terms of flat weight. Just drop the shotguns. And then I can worry about loot afterwards. Because there's still more loot up ahead. Or up above. Because I didn't actually look at everything here before rushing on to the next section. So... training area. Don't care for most of this stuff. Oh, that's a door? Lots of explosives I could have used, but chose not to.
Searching them, make it quick.
I am, in fact, searching them. That is true. Ooh. Bolstering deep recon spacesuit. Oh, this is more... But it's like 1,000 credits per pound, so it's totally worth it. That not so much. I need the grenades, thank you. I'm still overweight, I think. What have we gotten here? Ah, nice. A Deep Seeker space helmet. It looks cool and is worth a lot. Okay, that's fine. How is this compared to what I'm wearing right now? 43... This is almost as good. And it has an O2 filter. But it looks awful. But it also does minus 25% oxygen consumption. And that is so good in terms of flat value. So, okay. That's fine. So what else do I want to drop then? It's good. This is really good in weight capacity. Or weight to value ratio. So basically what I'm finding out here is a lot of the weapons I've picked up, they're not as worth it. So I'll just toss all these. This stuff where it's only like 600, 700 per item, not worth. Modified Deagle, 900 something, that's, well, 800 something, but that's worth it. This is certainly not worth it. Do I really need a rescue axe at this point? Probably not. I'll keep this as my backup melee weapon. It seems silly, but you know. Hey, if it does corrosion, I might as well keep it. Okay, it doesn't really move that fast. Helmet mods. Can I please complete this now? Yes. Thank you. I don't even know what I'm fully doing with this stuff, truth be told. I'm just clicking around randomly. Weapon mods, please. I cannot unless I get weapon engineering. Got it. Okay. Alright, fine. Let us check more bodies. Maybe, or even some of the buildings. Because you never know. I could find some more loot. Alright, what is this? I'll take it. Let's get this. Don't ask me how many digipicks I had to waste. It was awful. I did very badly. I hope it was worth it. Old Earth hunting rifle, armor-piercing rounds. I choose to believe it's worth it, but I feel like the ammo for this thing is gonna be impossible to find as well. Yeah, I keep getting weapons, like old Earth weapons, and it's like, look, nothing actually uses this ammo anymore. Like this thing was what, 20 rounds? Yeah, 20 rounds. That's not gonna do me any good. And the other one I just picked up was you, just a hunting rifle. And how much do you have? Oh, this works, actually. Not a huge amount of ammo, but I'll take it. Tell you what, I'm actually gonna favorite this. Because it's basically my sniper rifle. A master level lock is here. What's even in there? I see chests. And lots of loot, actually. Ah, if only it had skill points. That sucks. Fine. It is what it is. Maybe I'll come back later. So what have we got? A little mess hall, another safe, wonderful. Darn it. Nice. Good shit. Okay, at least this one was easier. I'll take it. Cornered suppressed side star. Worth about 2,000. Okay. Thank you. Thank goodness there's nothing in that safe. I'm kind of at the point with the lockpicking that I'm kind of like, look, don't give me one that's too difficult, please and thank you. Okay. You're great! Well, thank you. So are you, buddy. So are you. I could probably sell all my amps, because I never really use them. I'm not big on using the drugs. Okay. Lockers. Sure. Ooh, that's worth a lot. Shower area, shower area. Nothing of note. Okay. They had their own little civilization here, more or less. I was gonna ask about what happened here, but we know. I happened here. We happened here. Is there anything else here for me? Doesn't really look like it. Okay. I'll take those. Oh, and I'll check all your lockers as well. Minor utility outfit, don't care for it. I'll take that. You see Navy duty fatigues. Graviplast Merc helmet. Does it look cool at least? I did not mean to equip it. No, it looks like junk. Oops, dying. Wait, what happened to the other helmet that I just picked up then? What the hell? Oh, I see. It's a casual outfit helmet. No thanks. Oh, more helmets. Space Trucker. Shock Troop. Ooh. And how does that compare to what I have now? Oh, O2 filter. Okay, well, the O2 filter is just way better. But that's 1,000. And where exactly is Sarah at the moment? Master Lock, which I don't have access to. Okay, I've lost track of Sarah, but I'm sure she'll turn up, I guess. Okay, who have we got over there? I can sneak attack that that explosive. Nice. Oh boy, hi. Okay. I'm actively dying. Nice. Wow, what are you spraying at me? Well, whatever it is, he's got good aim with it from that far away. It's like some energy shotgun range weapon sniping thing. It's like a combination of a bunch of stuff. Hello. Oh dear. I mean, this is working. Whatever works. I mean, I'm not doing a whole ton of damage, and I'm wasting all the bullets I have for this, but it's okay. Get up. Nice. I stunned him. Okay. Was that too far a throw? It did some damage, not a lot. He's down! Mine him! That's not mining him. My first legendary item. Nice. I'm gonna quickly save. Now, where's my next enemy? Where are you hiding? Hello. Oh. That's fine, he's done. Well done, thank you. Oh! Ah, those explode, who would have guessed? Good thing I quick saved. Alright, maybe don't run off ahead on my own. Alright, I'll let it sit. I will drop this now. Oh no, it's worth a lot. A lot of this is worth quite a bit. The weapons are all super worth it, which means I should drop some spacesuits. I'm wearing just a Constellation spacesuit. This is less good in pretty much everything. Oh, but weapons weigh 50% less. This will be good for my capacity. Oh yeah, it's huge on my capacity. And it gives me a 10% chance to ignite attackers. I'll take it. Not bad, not bad. I should probably drop the chameleon, to be honest. But let's see if there's anything else I can dump instead. I can dump this. All of it is so good, actually. It's fine. I'm not overweight right now. I'm pretty happy with this legendary item I picked up, though. I'll take it. It's my very first one, so it's good that it's actually nice and not completely, you know, unrelated to what I do. Well, I took out the leader. That's all I needed to do here, right? Like, there's nothing I need to actually pick up. I thought I was supposed to complete the research or something. Okay. This time, let's not get murdered. Let's not get blown up. Hi. Let's just use this. I don't know how much damage this does. Oh dear. Did he just blow up his own friend? Oh, this does a lot. This does a lot of damage. Nice.
Time to die.
Why do you look like that? Okay. What the hell? Hello. Nice. Now, where's that other lady? Was it you? It was. Alright. Now, if I could find a chair to wait in or something, I wouldn't mind having Sarah catch up to me. Because, I don't know where she is right now. She's very lost. And as funny as that is, it would be nice to have her assistant. Also, I don't know where this goes. I need a key. Drill waste room access key. Okay, well. Maybe I'll just get that in the other room then. This is reminding me a little bit of the Pridwin. Very similar to that section in the Blimp with the kids and the training Brotherhood of Steel people. Okay. Promise. Oh, a nice elevator and everything. Fascinating. To the Mars surface, okay. Look at all this stuff. Chameleon calibrated star roamer skip pack. It's not worth that much, unfortunately, so I'm actually gonna leave it. I'll take those. Just a basic helmet? I guess it is just a basic helmet. Worth it. Another master difficulty lock. Space adept suppressed coachman. Sure. Extended mag. Also sure, why not? I don't even know what I have favorited right now. Oh, it's an urban eagle. That's the thing I've been using. Okay, fine, whatever. Nice loot though, not bad. Alright, teach me.
Took care of the spacers, huh?
Yep, they're all dead.
Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher.
That's fine, I have a bunch of it. I accidentally did this. I'm now stuck doing this. Okay. Well, that wasn't that bad.
Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Sure, whatever. Deposit... Oh, okay. Radiation? Why?
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Calling. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
Nice. I'm not gonna sell it, I'm just gonna have it. Oh, I guess I could tell him. Yeah.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the Thresher room if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting in the room.
Okay. Floor access restricted. Lovely. Oh, that's a key. Okay. So, well, is that the key for me to go through here then? I hope so. Because then it gives me a shortcut in case I ever, well, I doubt I'll ever have to come back to a quest location. But, you know, if I ever need a quick loot or something. Nope. Only the drill waste room access key. Alright. Nothing here for me then. Out we go. Back to Cydonia. DeepMind's employee exit. Where am I? Oh, wow. Okay, I'm all the way on the other side. That's fine. I know there's an unknown thing up there, so I may as well go and get it. Alright, where am I? What is this, like a toxic pit? Lone Hill. Extreme heat from the pool. Wonderful. I'm getting warned about it. My health is slowly draining. Is it because of the heat? Probably. Are these going to be... Okay, that's what I kind of thought. Heat leeches, of course. Nope. Not today. Anything else? No! Is that really all there was to pick up from here? I think so. Unless I can go to the island in the middle. But that seems bad for my health. Yeah, no, this is bad for my health. Time to go. I have gained an affliction. Wonderful. What affliction did I just pick up? How do I check my status? Status menu. Tab. Status menu. Okay. Where is the status menu? What am I looking at? Not this menu. I'm trapped in menus. Okay, status menu. You have an affliction. Take the corresponding remedy to cure it. Go to your inventory and look for items in the aid category with icons that match your afflictions. I have burns. And extreme solar radiation, apparently. Is that why my health is going down? Probably. So, what have I got against burns? What can I do? Yes, I know. That's not it. I thought it said I was looking for... Oh, that's stolen. That's what it means. What treats burns? Addiction. Contusions. Heal paste? Yes. That'll do. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. So, I just randomly got a skill point. I don't know why. I accidentally traveled to the wrong spot, sold a bunch of stuff, and then came back to the ship to drop some more stuff off, and I leveled up from it. No idea, but I'll take it. So, I could get rank 3 of Persuasion, or probably weightlifting. Increase carrying capacity by 100. Yep, absolutely. Thank you. Nice.
Must be great to be able to see yourself whenever you want.
Huh.
I bet your
Like that?
whole house is full of mirrors.
I like the little fourth wall breaking. Now where's my Yeek the Liar?
SSNN reached out to Hearst for comment, but his publicist declined our request, citing concerns for his client's privacy. Many believe there's something deeper going on, but what no one can agree on is what, why, and why now. Rumors of infidelity, embezzlement, and a health crisis abound. The only thing we know for sure is the leadership of this vital UC colony is changing. Settled systems are sadly no stranger to Terrormorph attacks, but how and why they occur is barely understood. Colonial Health and Human Services will be holding a service for the relatives of the deceased, offering their sincerest condolences.
Okay, so I've run around. I've dropped off a ton of loot. I actually still have a bunch in my inventory, but people around here seem to have run out of money. So I'm still weighed down by some additional weapons and stuff I want to get rid of. But I'm only at 72 out of 260, so I'm pretty good. I'm at 52 grand. Let's go and pay off the guy's debt now, because I've gone out of my way to actually do the research. I can keep the research free, or at least available to the researcher. And I'll just pay off the debt at the Trade Authority and hopefully get him off his back.
Lots of stuff. Just ask. Cool. That's what we...
Actually, the Trade Authority still has some cash, so...
Yo, stay good up.
I can sell them my stuff off, afterwards. Let me pay off the debt.
Is there something else?
Yes. How much does Percival owe you?
I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my... If you're feeling...
Okay, look it up for me then. I want to pay off Percival's debt.
Do you now? Very well. Let me take a look at his... Here. His current balance. And do remember, all transactions are final.
21,000. Yeah, hold on my money.
Now, was there anything else I could help you with?
Bye.
Be my guest.
21,000.
Before you say anything, no. Mars is nothing like Earth. Heck.
So, that hacking prospect suddenly seems very, very, intriguing. Let's put it that way. So how am I supposed to get in there?
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Oh, hey, Moira, you're here.
Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew?
Honestly, I would like you to join me. What could you bring to the table if I let you join me?
I'm a real expert in the gunner seat.
That's
Have to
good.
be, since I usually fly solo. I'll knock out any targets we come across. That's a promise.
Yes, I'd like you to join me.
Okay, I'm game. I could use a break from the Sol system.
The problem here is... First off, I don't remember who Andromeda Kepler is. I don't remember who that is at all. Sarah Morgan, she's with me. Moara, Marika, and I still don't remember who that is. Oh, yes, now I do. Okay, okay. But my ship doesn't have enough space. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll assign all you guys when I add more crew
Give
capacity.
me a few to get my things together. Then I'll get to work. See you in the space lanes, Captain.
Sounds good, Moara. You are creepily staring into the corner. Oh. Something about that was deeply unsettling. That was very, very scary. Okay. Let's get into that hacking then. So what, through the back rooms here or something?
It's not easy coordinating corporate efforts between the
Don't mind me. Oh, hi.
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people.
You just have a citizen sitting at your... Okay, sure, whatever. You just have a citizen sitting at the monitoring station? Alright. I am so lost. Ooh. I can get in. I can get in easily. I say easily. There was some false bravado in that, but honestly, it's not terrible. No, this is not bad at all. In fact, this is perfectly doable. Wonderful.
Not picked that easily since I traveled with the lab.
Now, stealing from the Trade Authority, probably not wise, right? Probably not wise. But then again, they are an illegal outfit as well, so... It is what it is. I don't think I'll be taking those. Thank you for the ammo. Yes. Oh, they're all locked. That's unfortunate. It's quite nice for me that, you know, in this time and age, apparently, no one seems to use security cameras. Or alarm systems. There's no point stealing that, because trying to actually sell it seems like a pain in the butt. Okay, so what is this computer? Announcements. Reminder, security training to all from the Human Resources Management. This is a reminder to all employees that security training is mandatory and must be completed by the end of the month. Quarterly update. I think I've seen all this before, actually. Yeah, that's pretty generic, actually. Time to use the accounts computer. Flynn, Charles. Open orders, none. Recent orders, 3 med packs and only delivered 1 crate. Paid in full. Okay, sure. I'm not exactly sure what I'm reading. Awaiting delivery. Credits owed, 21,867. Not today. This tool is to be used solely at the discretion of the local trade authority head only. All other users must acquire written agreement from the trade authority supervisors. To override the current account's credits owed field, select the preferred amount from the list below. 1 credit. I feel like he's going to be suspicious. Especially since he just looked at it and saw 21,000. And then I come back like 5 minutes later and it's now 1 credit. I think he's going to have some issues with that. Hello, Trade Authority person. I'm here to pay off his debt of 1 credit.
Is there something?
Yes.
Do you now? Let me take a look at his... that's not the number I remember. Headquarters must have felt sorry for the old man. Here, his current balance. I expect this won't be a great hardship for you.
What, the 1 credit? Here, consider Percival's debt paid.
Then I suppose that's that then. Dr. Walker's debt is officially no longer a problem.
Excellent.
You have my thanks. Oh, and if you do find him, please let Percival know I'm eagerly looking forward to never working with him again.
That's okay. Time to trade with the trade authority.
Hey, you looking for anything? Sounds like a plan. Yeah, let's get... Come back anytime.
Sounds like a plan, thank you. Alright. Back to the 6th circle. We finally resolved it. Let's chat. Hey.
Yeah?
I've taken care of Percival's debt.
Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ.
Okay.
The place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there, but it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs.
They are absolutely dead.
The passkey.
Thank you.
And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Alright. So now I'm literally just going back to where I was not too long ago. So that would be Deep Mines, Employee Exit. Yes. We're back. Well, I'm glad someone gave me the key eventually. Watch this place have been repopulated already. Can you imagine? It's like we just left this place like 2 minutes, or like 10 minutes ago. Alright. Here we are, the mysterious door we couldn't go through. I'm also kind of imagining what life would be like if I went through all this effort to find him, only to shoot him in the face. Okay, can I shoot this in advance? I can. But then I lose out on the nutrients, probably. Fair enough. None of this is actually worth anything. Ah, so this is why they call it the deep mine, yes? Now, is there anything down here I actually want to mine? I don't think so. Hello? Percival? Percival? Don't need that. Ooh. Easy enough. All of this is rare, exotic, rare. Nice. Okay, do I really need to mine everything? Probably not. Hello! Wow, you've got a hell of a setup in here. Okay. Sarah? I've lost Sarah. Seems to happen a lot. The companions in this game seem to get lost quite often, actually. Alright, what have I got? I guess I'm gonna have to fight my way out or something, because this place is very long and has lots of cover potential. For, as far as I can tell, quote-unquote, no reason. So, obviously we're gonna have to fight our way through. That's just how I see it. Explosives. Okay. I'm here. Well, it remains to be seen. Who are you, Dr. Percival?
Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
Well, I'm here to make a delivery for an old colleague of yours, Hadrian Sanon.
Adrian sent you. Did she look okay?
She was fine. If you considered getting gored by a Terrormorph and living as okay, then yeah.
A Terrormorph? She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup.
Sure, let's go with that.
What's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way?
Tau Gourmet's own free-range, 100% human-fed Terrormorph cells.
Terrormorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing that... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet?
Correct.
That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a Terrormorph. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or if she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Let's do it. Where the hell is Sarah? Oh, I guess it's a load zone. Okay. Well, at least if it's a load zone, then she's gonna pop up and join us. Okay. There you are. What? Wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense for their iconography. It's the Red Devil, alright. Alright.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything.
Fine.
Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests.
That's okay.
Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Managed to negotiate it down to something more reasonable. Good to see someone give the Trade Authority a bit of their own medicine.
Yeah, I also have your research that you were working on. It's also been completely finished, so I'm hoping that you're going to have unique dialogue for that.
Alright, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's...
What's wrong?
Londinian.
Oh, really?
I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
So Hadrian... The sample's not a fake. I collected it from the Terrormorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh?
No, not on this
sample,
occasion.
It's got all the indicators of the worst Terrormorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
I've heard of it, yes. Ha, doesn't ring a bell. Tell me all about it, actually. Give me your views on it.
It was a city wiped completely off the map by Terrormorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terrormorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terrormorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
Yeah, it does not sound good.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
But you said the Londinian attack was massive, right? Why is one odd Terrormorph so scary? Because it means there's going to be more.
Because until now, the Terrormorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here.
Get your boots on. We're gonna stop any more attacks before they start.
Music to my ears. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Sounds good. I'm also very distracted by this man and his Sith eyes. I think all the Mars people have eyes that look like this, but like his seem more pronounced, and the way they're lit up, I'm just like, look, he has Darth Maul's eyes. Huh. Fascinating, isn't it? How am I getting out of here? Okay. Keep up, buddy. Alright, never mind. Keep up. Bye. Okay, oh, we took the lift right out. You weren't kidding. Okay. Back to Cydonia, please. We're back. I can't help but notice that the time since last incident has gone down again. You can just follow me down this way, right?
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Alright, let's follow this thread. This is fascinating, actually.
Was
By
that
the
Percival walking through there with
Yep.
you? Oh, glad to see he's still kicking.
I'm gonna follow up with you in a moment. Oh, we're just gonna stand in the broom closet? Okay.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
Why are you coming along? Okay, I guess I'll just join the conversation. Hello.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
It was some effort, but we made it through. A little more gunfire than I usually like on my delivery jobs, but nothing I can't manage.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terrormorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives?
Oh.
Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. One,
Okay.
they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Okay, that's fine. I'm open to it. I know about the Armistice Archives. I stood right outside its doors. But let's ask all the relevant questions anyway, just to see how they explain it, and maybe I'll get some more context than what I assume at this point. What's the Armistice Archives, and what does it have to do with the Freestar Collective and House Varun?
Well, when the Colony War came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the Armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Varun.
Yep.
They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions.
Oh, that's going to
And
be
as
hard.
to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that.
I know you guys were Xeno... What was it? Xeno warriors, or whatever, you know. You work with bioweapons, more or less. The Cabinet, what's that?
The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
Wonderful. Doesn't sound like any run-of-the-mill data you're after. I'll take that explanation now.
Of course. You deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield.
Yeah,
as
okay.
weapons.
Fine, figured.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the Armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Yes. That's information that I garnered, so that makes sense to me, yes. Okay, so what does that make you two now? Is the UC going to throw me in prison for helping you?
No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise.
Fair enough.
Our damage has been done for a long time.
You have a very particular set of skills. I was wondering if you were ever going to share that nugget with me.
Oh. You already knew.
I did.
I'm sorry about that. It didn't seem relevant in the moment, and well, it's not something I'm exactly proud of.
Fair enough.
But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terrormorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
And why wouldn't the Cabinet agree to help us? Well, there's a lot of reasons for
I
that.
hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Varun on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through.
Wonderful.
But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's going to be up to us to get them on board.
I wonder... Okay, well, first of all, obviously House Varoon's going to be the hardest one to deal with because I'm going to have to somehow get into contact with their command structure. And given how elusive they apparently are, that might take me a while. This kind of sounds like an overarching, like, main quest style type of mission where you have to unite all three, is it 3 factions or 4 factions? Anyway, all the factions together and all that stuff. But I was under the impression that this was a side quest, so, huh. And why should I trust you with this data? How do I know it's not dangerous?
Because the Terrormorph project was doomed from the start. Terrormorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat. Trust us, we tried. The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a Xeno-warfare logo on it.
Fair enough.
You have my word. It's not a threat.
I feel like that type of information should be kept available to all researchers, given how the threat of Terrormorphs continues to be a problem to this day and age. Okay, let's talk to this cabinet.
Alright. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Okay.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
What can I help you with?
Wonderful.
You're nervous about speaking to the cabinet? Yeah, I would be too.
Okay, well, this was actually a lot more involved than I was expecting it to be. But I'm going to call this episode right here. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today and that you're doing well wherever you are. This has been Karst with Starfield, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.